Good morning, Joanna. It's so early for me and so late for you. How was your day?
Hello, Carla. Yeah, it's almost evening. It's late afternoon. My day was busy but very, very successful because I am taking care of my house since this morning.
So you were going to tell me a story about using Uzdro Reiki to help your mom.
Yes. Uh, my mother 2 years ago, she got very sick, and my sister had to bring her to the hospital. And before I came, my mother was already in coma
Mm.
because she had the sickness that we call here sepsis. Sepsis.
Sepsis, yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
hmm And when I reached her in the hospital, she was already in coma, and there was my sister and my niece. And when I stood close to her bed, mm, I realized I have two choices.
Mm.
One, I can despair,
Yeah.
and the second one, to do something shamanically, to ask spirits to give her the power to react.
Mm-hmm.
And it was winter, January winter. In Poland, everything is covered with snow. So I stood close to her bed, looked outside the window, and there was one naked tree.
Mm.
And I opened the Uzdro circle, inviting all spirits. And using the Uzdro symbols, I connected myself with the tree, with
Okay.
the, with the roots,
Yeah.
with its crown, and then I merged with it. And I was saying to the tree, I am sorry, I am disturbing your winter sleep. I know you are resting now, but I can feel your force, your strength. Can you please help me to help my mother? Can you please join the circle that we just created around her bed? And then just breathing and standing, I felt connected with this tree. I could feel its spark that joined mine.
Mm.
And then the third spark that joined us was the spark of my mother because she was in coma. But the tree, the Uzdra circle, the spirits made her join us so that she could decide, all right? And when we merged, like we were just one source. And at a certain moment, it was wonderful because there was no difference between me, between the tree, between my mother. We were just one source, one spark, one huge light. And it was like the universal love dance. There was no difference. There were so many spirits. We just stopped existing physically, and it lasted like half an hour.
That's a long time. To hold that state, that's a long time.
Yes, but it was as long as the tree, as spirit said, it was necessary for my mother.
Wow.
And when I was just holding the bed, just because I was standing close, I wasn't sitting, I was standing close to her bed. So I grabbed the bed just to have some security.
Right, not fall down.
Exactly. And when I finished, I saw this tree still outside the window. I just came back to my body. I just thanked all spirits. And half an hour later, my mother woke up from coma.
Wow!
And the most wonderful thing was that when she opened her eyes, she recognized me. I mean, she was,
Oh.
because she didn't know I would come because she was already in coma. Like she has been in coma like for 3 days.
Mm.
And when she opened her eyes, she said, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I was just passing, but I thought I would find you at home." And from and from this moment, she started to get better, and she stayed at in the hospital for 3 days more with all the physiotherapy, getting stronger. And every day I was doing the same, offering her Uzdro Reiki close to her bed. And yeah, this is the story. Some other people didn't survive this sickness. There were more
Oh,
people,
yeah.
but 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 she just came back home with us.
The there, that this wonderful miracle happened is the biggest thing there is. And yet when you tell it, the other miracle in it is the action that you get with Uzdro. Because it's clear to me after all my years of practice that our integration with the spirits of nature is essential to creating the bond between spirit and form. That
Exactly.
the reason we as shamans can function as hollow bones is because we're physical forms, we're part of nature. And by expanding that outward to partner with trees, with spirits of the land, with the stars, by leveraging that outward to connect to spirits of nature who will ally with us, that creates the conduit that is of the greatest force for the all the spirits to come through. And with Uzdro, you've created a way of doing that. You've created a methodology that people can use to do that. And that's why it's so, so valuable.
Thank you, Carla. Especially when we learn that the spark that is in me, in the tree, I call it spark. We may have many names for this. The spark that is in tree, in you, in my mother, in my dog, is this the part of the same source. And
Right.
when we merge, thanks to Uzdro symbols, there is no difference. So it wasn't me, Joanna, who helped. My only task was to create this space so that the Uzdro energy and our spirits shamanically could act. And this is what happened. It was my
Oh,
it was my mother's decision, not mine.
oh. Well, thank you for sharing the story. And I know I'm really looking forward to taking the class again. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. I am so happy I will be able to pass what spirits taught me.
Joanna teaches Uzdro Reiki level 1 through 3 with Spirit Healer School of Shamanism. You can find us at spirithealercircle.com, where you can get live classes with Joanna and pre recorded classes. Welcome aboard.